Reflections on Motherhood. Since Mother's Day is coming up, I suppose it's natural for me to be reflecting upon what it means to me to be a mom. My son's far away on his adventures traveling the world, so I won't have the joy of being with him this year. He is no longer the child I see in my mind's eye, running up to me with his wild spirit and jumping into my arms with joy. He's a grown man living his dreams, the dreams I supported and nurtured, the ones that would take him far from me one day. Being a mom is truly one of the most joyful, painful, heartwarming, and heartbreaking experiences of my life. It involves every high and every conceivable low available to us as human beings. Though my days as a mother to a young child are over, the cycle of what it truly means to be a mother has never ceased for me. The cycle I am referring to is one of planting a seed, protecting and nurturing that seed with my very own life force, giving birth to it at the time it's ready to enter the world, and then supporting it and loving it through its growing pains as it finds its way to a life of its own. I give birth every day to my vision for my health, my life, and my work, and I will do so until I take my last breath. We're all mothers to something or someone in our lives, whether it be our beloved animal family or a home created out of love. Men as well as women can birth and nurture in their own way. The joy of motherhood, coupled with the heartache and challenges inherent in it, is felt with each new creation in my life. As in sharing this story about my son and the joy that I have experienced as his mom, I also feel tremendous joy in sharing all that I give birth to. I'm sending each out into the world with the full realization that I am but the vehicle, the conduit for their birth, and not the final home for any of them. Sometimes as mothers, we hold on too long because we're afraid for our children. We don't want them to experience the pain, the challenges, and the failures that we've had to endure. This can also be true of anything we create. I find myself wanting to protect my creations until they can find a home where they're truly seen and appreciated and loved. I do my best to nurture my inspirations deep within me, keeping them to myself until they're fully formed and ready to share. I don't want them to be misunderstood. However, like my grown son traveling the world by himself, living out his own dreams, I have to let go of what I create so that it can find its own way in the world and trust that wherever it lands will be exactly where it needs to be to fulfill its own destiny. P.S. This was written a year ago, when my son was on his adventures around the world. He's still out of the country, far away from me, and most likely will be for a very long time. His dream is to live a large life, one that takes him to faraway places. I'm learning to let go. As with anything I nurture into its own fullness, my creations have to breathe, soar, and find lives of their own. They are my past, but not my future. What I've discovered since this writing is that holding on to the past in any form only keeps me stuck in it, unable to create myself anew. There's no room for possibilities to blossom when I'm carrying my past with me. That isn't to say that our past doesn't teach us and inform our future choices. It does. I've learned to fully acknowledge my past, with all of its joys and heartbreaks, failures and wins. I've learned to experience them and then let them go. Carrying any of that into my present life only prevents me from creating myself anew, not as a product of what has been, but as the dream I came here to fulfill. I urge you to look deeply within and make a choice. What are you still holding on to, for good or for bad? Is it a success that you believe still defines you, or the memory of something that hurt you? And is it worth carrying if it's preventing you from living the life you dream of? Make a choice to live from the adventure of something brand new. The past cannot be changed, but the present holds all possibility.